Hello again, Henson Huskies, and welcome back to a new Books of the Week feature for some new recommendations of things that can keep you reading as our winter slowly becomes spring. So, to spice things up a little bit and give you a different variety, my first recommendation is one of our newer ebooks, and it is called Me and Sam Sam Handle the Apocalypse. And this is both a mystery and kind of a really funny book at the same time. The premise is that your main character, Jessie, has just had the cops show up at her house and arrest her dad because he's the #1 suspect in this missing library fund case. And Jessie takes it upon herself to try really hard to prove that her dad didn't do this. And so she and her friend Spencer and her dog, little tiny Pomeranian Sam Sam, try to figure out who really did it. They line up suspects, they do interviews, but it gets really hard because Jessie's brain doesn't quite function the same way most people's does. And so she struggles at times. And then to top it all off, a tornado hits town and she really needs to step up and help her dad and help the town to be the hero she really hopes she can be, but isn't quite sure of. So it's a great mystery. It also has some very entertaining qualities because there's not too many books that have a tiny Pomeranian helping try to save both a mystery and a town. Next up, as an audiobook feature, we have The Remarkable Journey of Coyote Sunrise. Now we have this as an ebook, an audiobook, and if you wanted it, we could get you the print copy for a curbside pickup. It is a Black Eyed Susan nominee, so for those of you doing the Black Eyed Susan challenge, this would be a great one to read. And it's also a little bit, as you can tell from the title, about a journey. So in this story, we have Coyote and her dad, and they are traveling across the country because they are trying to save a memory box that they buried in a park, but the park is about to be demolished. So there's a lot of memories attached to it. There's a lot of great heart in this book, and it is both a physical and emotional journey that you might just want to check out. And then lastly, we have this book called Inside of a Dog, and the subtitle says what dogs see, smell, and know. So for so many of you, you have been at home hanging out with your pets all the time, and this book gives you some insight into how your puppy's brain works. And it gives you some really interesting information about why dogs do certain things, how they process information, and how they communicate. So you might learn a little bit of something about what your dog is up to and why they do the silly things they do with Inside of a Dog. Those are my 3 recommendations. I also would like to encourage you guys, now that it is officially March, you can check out our new Beanstack Challenge that starts on March 2nd, which is Read Across America Day. And it is simply to read across March. Our goal is to read for 30 minutes for all 30 days of March. And that doesn't mean you have to read half an hour at a time. If you want to try 15 minutes and 15 minutes, that's great. However works best for you. But no matter how often you read or how much you read or what you read, make sure you keep reading and find something that will keep you entertained and informed. You guys have been doing a great job so far. I'm super proud of our Henson Huskies and all the great reading you have been doing. So keep it up and happy reading, everyone.